Johan, welcome you to China.
Thank you very much. It's fantastic to be here.
That's great. So I understand you're a serial entrepreneur.
Yes, I've been starting companies since my
From Sweden?
From Sweden.
What is serial entrepreneur means on you? How many companies started?
I have put some 15, 16 companies perhaps, maybe more, but I've been twice built a large incubator, so I've helped out over 200 company buildings.
So you have started 15 or 16 companies. You couldn't even remember how many companies you started. Just like how many kids you have. Like, oh, I don't know, I have 15, 16, you know?
All haven't succeeded, so those you can get quickly.
Okay, you didn't succeed on everyone.
No, it's impossible.
Okay, how many succeeded? How many failed?
I don't know. Majority succeeded.
Majority succeeded.
Yes.
So you're rich, I guess.
It's a matter of definition.
It's a matter of definition. In front of me, you're rich. In front of Bill Gates,
Very poor.
very poor. Okay. 所以他呢有15到16个创业的公司，大部分都成功了啊。所以我跟他开玩笑，我说你应该是很有钱的。他说要相对于谁来讲，我说跟我比，肯定你更有钱了啊。So talk a little bit. You have started a business and you created 3 unicorns, right?
Yes.
Okay. 所以他的15个公司里面有3个最后成了独角兽啊。That is quite amazing.
Yes, but
I never done one
yet.
Okay, that's good. So 3 unicorn. How could that? I mean, are you just like you're the maker of unicorn? Can we say that you're the maker of unicorn?
No, I think I'm part of a very big infrastructure. So Sweden, although it has only 10 million inhabitants, so a third of Shanghai has made more unicorns than the rest of Europe combined, which is over 500 million inhabitants.
You're not here to promoting people to go to Sweden to become a
Swedish
unicorn.
companies here, that's why I'm here.
Okay, all right. We'll try to get you here to be a unicorn. Okay. So now talk about your 3 unicorns. So where did they end? You know, what is their business?
So the first company was an internet consultancy company. It was early in the internet days. It grew to 3,500 employees over 32 offices in 21 countries. And it's now owned by Publicis and has over 25,000 people.
Wow, 25,000 employees.
Yes.
That's a huge company.
It's a big company.
Wow.
And the other company was called Spike.com, which was put public on the German stock exchange. It was the first sharing economy company, consumer aggregator, like Groupon. And eventually when the internet bubble burst, that didn't hold. But it was put public and had over $1 billion valuation at the peak.
So you exited, okay, before the crisis.
Yes.
That's lucky you.
Yes.
That's good. So the first one, and you listed in the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ?
NASDAQ.
Okay, so first exit was on NASDAQ. And what's the valuation?
The valuation was about $3 billion.
$3 billion. Not just a unicorn, it could be 3 unicorns. You could divide it into 3, then you can say I have 3 unicorns from one exit. And then the last one, what is the last one?
The last one was an incubator, was the largest incubator in Europe. We did the largest private placement in Europe in 1998 for 200 million euros. And it had offices in some 10 countries. And we sold it to a hedge fund.
Okay, so you created the largest European incubator.
Yes.
And in 1998, that is quite far away from, you know, I mean, a lot of, maybe some investor here was not even born before that. 1998, 1998年他就建了欧洲最大的加速器。哇，这个太可观了哈。So then he became a unicorn.
That was a unicorn.
And where did it list it?
It never listed.
You sold it.
You
sold it. Someone paid you $1 billion, you know, and then you're happy. Yeah.
I wasn't the only founder.
You're not the only founder, but you have a piece of that. That's good. So now you have been so successful in doing that. So talking a little bit about entrepreneurship. So when did you start to create a company and to become an entrepreneur? How old were you?
I was quite old to be an entrepreneur, considering to Swedish standards. I was in my 30s. So I had first done a 5-year career with a large international conglomerate, which was very entrepreneurial and such, and then I became an entrepreneur.
Okay. So you were 30-something and then you became an entrepreneur. Why did you decide to become an entrepreneur instead of to have a corporate job?
Well, as I worked for this corporation, I was starting companies, but for the owner of the company, and it was so much fun, and I figured if I can do it for them, I can probably do it for myself.
Okay, so you're doing something really interesting, and you want to do it not just interestingly, but also do it for yourself.
Yes.
You have a bit of a selfishness.
I wanted to make the rules myself.
You want to mix a word for yourself, okay. I don't blame you for that, okay. Everybody have a little bit of that. So, now being an entrepreneur, did you make mistakes?
Lots of them, all the time.
Talk about the biggest mistake you ever made.
I've done so many mistakes. I think it's very important to make mistakes and to learn from the mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, don't do them only once. Learn from them and go on. So, and then I've tried to focus on the positive things of my life. So instead of thinking too much about things I could have done or should have done, I tried to focus on the good things in life and pushing things forward.
Did you, when you made mistakes later on, did you repeat the same mistake or you kind of became smarter from that?
I think occasionally probably I've done it more than once, and none of them really major mistakes. But for instance, I'm not so good at recruiting people. I believe everybody's a good person.
So you look at everybody like, oh, you're so good.
Yes. So I think sometimes I recruited bad people.
You over-trust people. That's one of your weakness.
That's one of my weaknesses. So now I try to have other people recruit for me.
Okay, all right. You outsource that.
Yes.
Okay.
So always try to focus on what you're really good at. Outsource what you're bad at. Don't try to be good at everything. Nobody is.
Yeah. So you realize you do have weaknesses.
Lots of them.
Okay. But have you ever thought that I'm going to quit? So it's not going to work. I'm going to quit.
That word doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist?
No. Entrepreneurship is extremely difficult. It is much, much more difficult than most people think. Most entrepreneurs fail. But it is so beautiful. It is so much fun. And the person who is an entrepreneur, the most important rule is never give up. Never quit. And if you really fail, try something else. Do it again. Don't.
If you fail, what do? Do you go got drunk? Or you cry? Or what do you do?
If I shut the company down, I'm miserable for a couple of days. And during that time, I come up with a new idea and I start again.
You start again?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you can go to China to vacation.
I think this country is so fantastic. I'd love to come.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Now, I would like to ask you, because of the time, to give some advice to the Chinese business people, entrepreneurs, investors. So, in terms of entrepreneurship, what would you say to them?
When I lecture at home, I normally ask people, what is the most beautiful thing in the world? With so much time, I'll tell you what it is. The most beautiful thing in the world is love. But love is not always up here. People die too young, kids run out of the front of the car, women can go away with a golf teacher. A lot of bad things can happen in love. The second most beautiful thing in the world is entrepreneurship. Because that's love of yourself. Because everybody's going to tell you that won't work, you can never do it, it's too late, it's too expensive. But the idea grows so fast that eventually you think, no, I can do this. And you can. All you need to do is be passionate about your idea. And then long term, try to do it. You don't need to build a unicorn. Because all you need to do is to support your family, your children, and your parents, and take care of and create jobs for other people. Every entrepreneur is doing good for society, even if you fail, because by failing, you push the development and evolution forward. You prove what didn't work, so other people don't have to do the same thing. So all entrepreneurship is good, all entrepreneurs are heroes, and it's the second most beautiful thing in life to experience.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. 所以大家都听到了，他刚刚讲到了，作为一个对他来讲，这个爱情是世界上最美丽的东西。除此之外，就是作为一个企业家，因为企业家是爱自己，做自己喜欢的东西。没有人告诉你你应该做什么，而是你自己从事你所要做的事情。所以，如果我要总结一下的话，你之所以能够有激情的去创业，是因为你爱你所从事的工作。企业家让你有这样的一个机会， 所以我也在此提醒在座的企业家，我们创业不是为了一份收入、一个工资，我们创业是因为我们的执着，我们热爱这件事情，所以我们才有激情，我们才会将我们所有的资源、我们的才智都集中起来，来用在一件事情上你才能把这件事情做好才华每个人都有，但是你可能会一会儿做这个，一会儿做那个，最后你发现每个事情都做得一般。但是企业家就在于专注一个事情，把所有的能量、所有的资源、所有的激情、所有的热忱都放在这件事情上，聚焦在那里，那你就可以把一个事情做得非常非常的好。Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I hope you come to China often.